What's up, y'all? It's a Jules Ascension coming back to you with another spiritual insight about life. If y'all are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have y'all into the original tribe. I love y'all. I hope y'all doing well and in great spirits. Just a quick video I wanted to drop on y'all today. And it's about that long handle spoon, baby. I forgot my vape, y'all. But I wanted to talk to y'all about dealing with people with a long handle spoon. All right. I don't have that much long because I'm on my 15-minute lunch break. So I'm going to do like a little 10-minute video about it. Now, I know y'all have heard the saying, dealing with people with the long handle spoon, which is usually referencing to how to, just deal with difficult people. People who make things complicated. People who cross boundaries. Let's just say that much. And I'm speaking personally because before I had to work on myself, reinvent myself, reintroduce myself, the new higher self me, to people who've been in my life for quite some time. They just have been so comfortable with mistreating me, taking advantage of me, getting over on me because I have a kind spirit. I'm kind-hearted. I used to be so used to getting the short end of the stick because I will always jump hurdles and hoops and bend backwards for people who wouldn't even do the same for me. Until I reinvented myself. And I've had to cut a lot of people off because lack of respect. Lack of respect, not admitting to their faults, refusing to acknowledge their mistakes. I had to cut them off. There's a lot of people in my family that I don't deal with at all. I mean, like close relatives. I don't deal with at all. And then there's some, that I deal with the long handle spoon. Meaning, if it's life or death, call me. Call me. If it's not life or death, I'm not accessible to you until you acknowledge and until you recognize what boundaries I've put into place for our relationship. And that's just period. People get complacent with mistreating you and mishandling you when you've allowed it to happen so long. And I have come to the realization that a lot of my relationships was like that. A lot of people stuck it out with me and stuck around with me because I was a benefit to them. And how you know that is because you're not reciprocating the same energy you're giving to them. They could call you with all their problems and you listen to every damn thing. 2 hours of talking in circles about problems that they don't even want to solve, just want to gripe about them. 2 hours. Then they call you the next day, 2 hours about the same thing. But then when it's time for you to need somebody to be a confidant, oh, I gotta go. Girl, I can't talk. Don't even answer the phone for you or none. Them type of people. The people who, for instance, being a parent, and then you have your parent or your grandparents trying to tell you how to, raise your children. It's hard to establish boundaries and require respect because in their eyes, you their child. And they're not recognizing that you are an adult now. Maybe it's because, you haven't found any balance in your life. And so they don't feel like you're responsible enough to raise the children. And I've even been through that with my mother. And hell, she dropped me and my brother off on the porch and left a damn note for my grandmother. I've had to have a conversation with my grandmother about how I raise my children. Like if I set something in place and I put a boundary in place, do not go back and tell them they don't have to listen to me. And I've had that conversation with my mother. Like, it got heated. It got heated with my mama because she's totally, completely disrespectful. Like, I respect my mother to a certain extent because, she birthed me. But she has not earned my respect at all. She crosses so many boundaries, and if y'all have seen my video about the spiritual attacks on my life, it's a real personal story, allegedly, and I'm gonna say that happened with, between her and my oldest son, Jaden. She completely crossed the freaking line. She completely disrespected me in my house. In my house. And so ever since then, I haven't spoken to her. She's called me, trying to get back in good with me. She called me, was like, yeah, what you doing? Heard you got your car fixed. And I had to tell her, I do not want to talk to you. Because the first thing you should have called me and said is, daughter, I just want to apologize. First and foremost, let me apologize. Don't be coming and calling me and trying to sweep shit under the rug and trying to smooth things over with praising me for me getting my fucking car fixed. I don't need you to congratulate me about that shit. Long handed spoon, don't call me. You in the hospital? I'm coming. But in the meantime, live your life. Live your life like you want, and I'm gonna live my life how I want. And that means I'm not gonna deal with you on your terms because you cannot respect my boundaries and my standards. And I know people may be like, well, that's your mother. What if something was to happen to you? Or what if something was to happen to her and you never got the opportunity to make, mend things? I gotta be the bigger person. I'm tired of being a bigger person. I'm tired of mending shit and it's just for the time being. I'm just tired of that. I just don't want to get over shit. I want to get through them, get to the root of the issue. And if we can't do that in a civilized and have mutual respect for one another to do that, I don't want dealings. Because I'm crossing my boundaries. I'm neglecting my peace, my protection. I don't want to play the mind games no more. I'm done with that. So dealing with her, I have to deal with her with the long handle spoon. I just have to. And hypothetically speaking, if something was to happen to her before we are able to make amends with things, then I'm gonna eat that shit. I know what I'm getting myself into. I understand, the whole equation. I understand the formula of it. I understand what it can produce. I understand, what it can come to. I understand that me telling my mother, I have nothing to say to you, when she called me. And that being our last conversation, I've prepared myself, because I know the reckless life that she lives. We've never had a good relationship. We just never have, because she's the type of person, this is who the fuck I am, and if you don't like it, you ain't got to deal with me. Well, I don't like it, baby, and guess what? I'm not going to deal with it, but I'm not going to deal with you on your terms when you good and ready. So you call me when you need me. Call me and you ain't got a pot to piss in. Call me. I'll get you a hotel. You can't come here. Call me if you need some food. I'll go get the food for you. I'm not going to put the money in your hands. Like, long handle spoon, that's how I have to deal with my mother. Even siblings. I had a sibling call me, allegedly, saying, the other parent took the child, kidnapped the child. She went to jail. Well, she ain't tell me all that. Well, yeah, she told me she went to jail. Allegedly. All of this is allegedly. And she said that, they got into it. She went to jail. He got the child, got a restraining order on her, so she couldn't go back to her house and her child. What should she do? Now, this is after we fell out. And we fell out bad. I tried to reconcile. She wanted to be a narcissist and be manipulative. Cool. Don't call me when you want something, but call me if you need me. She called me because she needed me. She know I'm always come to her rescue if I can. But in this case, there wasn't nothing I could do but tell her to look up some attorneys and take her to court. Don't call me trying to pull on my heartstrings, because you've been told me it's a fuck you. So I deal with people with the long handle spoon. That don't mean I don't love you no more. Even though, we don't kick it, we don't hang out, and we don't communicate. That don't mean that the love is lost, because I got love for everybody, especially the people who got love for me. I got love for everybody. But if you got love for me and I feel it and you show it, I'm going to always come to your defense and your rescue. But I feel like if you're trying to jump me over, drain me, take advantage, or suffocate me, I cannot and will not deal with you. I will not. It will be a long handle spoon. So I encourage y'all to set boundaries for yourselves. And the people who love you, they're going to respect it. And the ones who don't respect it, they don't love you. And they're not meant for you. Just get that in your mind. Get that in your mind. People who love you, they will adjust to your likings. If it's reasonable. If it's obtainable. And most of the time, we don't be asking for too much. If we're asking respect, if we're asking for loyalty, that's not too much to ask for. Especially if you're giving it to them. Honestly and genuinely giving it to them. But if that's asking for too much, then you got to cut that cord. Either you're going to cut the cord with people who that's not fit and cut from the correct kind of cloth, the same fabric that you are. Because I don't ask for nothing that I'm not able to return. That's just not me. I don't do that. I don't get over on people. Because if I get over on people, I'm getting over on myself. I'm messing up my blessings. So with that being said, y'all, look around. in your circle. Examine everybody and ask yourself, everything that I give to them, do they give it to me in return? Or if not, then you got some thinking to do. You got some adjusting to do. Your circle may get small. If you don't have any kind of self-esteem, then you're not going to be honest about the situation. You need esteem. You need self-esteem. You need confidence. And be fair about this whole situation. Examine everybody in your circle. And determine who do I need to deal with using a long handle spoon, or who do I need to cut out? Because some people you just got to cut off. Ain't no coming back. You got to suffocate them with your silence and your presence. Ain't no coming back. You done me wrong too many times. You got a lot to work on with yourself. And it's hard. But be rational and be logical. Know who you're dealing with. Be honest and know who you're dealing with. Because if not, you going to get the short end of the stick. And a lot of relationships, friendships are going to come to an end because they've become complacent with the person you've introduced to them initially. Whether it's soft-spoken, kind-hearted, generous, never been able to say no. Then when you finally say no, it's a problem. Them type of people. You're going to have to cut them off. Cut them loose. All right? So I hope, that insight helped you, to be able to discern what you need to do. I hope that message resonated with whoever needs it. Because nowadays, you really can't deal with a lot of people with a long-handed spoon. If they're showing you they're not important to you, baby, I'm returning the same energy. So y'all protect yourselves and, do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. Because I tell you, my circle has become so small that it's a freaking period. That's how small it is. And I've been so happy. I've been getting out there. I've been meeting new people. And then, I've been, mingling, networking. And it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty fun, It's hard to make new acquaintances and befriend them. It's really hard, but keep trying. And I'm speaking to myself because that's the situation I'm in right now. But with that being said, I gotta go. My lunch is completely over. I went over 3 minutes. I should have been back 4 or 5 minutes ago. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, and be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself and be good to others. See y'all.